Every seller wants to get the highest price possible for the home. I mean, I would too, wouldn't you? But what actually makes a house sell for top dollar? It's not just luck. There are a lot of proven strategies that can help you maximize your sale price. And today I'm going to be leaving you exactly with all of those tips and what they are. So if you want to sell your house for top dollar, stick around because I'm going to be dissecting all the secrets. What's up, everyone? My name is Jack Bouvier with the Bouvier Real Estate Group here at eXp Realty, helping you navigate the dynamic Saskatoon real estate market that we have. If you're interested in either buying, selling, or investing, I'd be more than happy to help out however I can. Feel free to reach out to me, give me a call or a text. My contact details are in the description below, along with a link to all my website resources, and I'd be more than happy to help you achieve your real estate goals. So step number one is to price your property right. There's tons of importance of strategic pricing. By overpricing your property, it drives buyers away, since many sellers assume that they can start at a high price and just lower the price a little bit later, but it often results in your home sitting on the market for a longer period of time, making it look unsellable. And truly, when you initially list your property, that's when you get the most amount of market interest, because there's buyers waiting on the sidelines, waiting to see all those new listings that get published. And when they do, that's when you get the most amount of people scavenging to see the property and check out all the details, the price, the neighborhood, all that stuff. And especially too, when a buyer is working with a real estate agent, they'll have them on an instant property alert, so immediately notifying them of any new property. So that's when you get as many people looking at your property. So buyers, they have an understanding of what's going on in the market. They've probably looked at a few houses here and there, and if they see your property is way overpriced, then you're probably just going to scare away those buyers and never get them to come and look at your property again. And when your property does sit on the market for a longer period of time as well, people start questioning, is there something wrong with the property? Why are people not looking at it? Why has it been sitting on the market for so long? And the other unfortunate thing too is when your property does sit on the market for a longer period of time, people think that those sellers are going to be desperate and that they're going to be more willing to negotiate on the price. And the seller might actually become desperate the longer that it sits on the market if it truly doesn't sell. So it does lead to more bargaining power and ultimately a lower sale price, which is not what we want. Another thing with pricing is undervaluing your property can leave lots of money on the table. While pricing your property low can lead to lots of market interest, you could be missing out on maximizing your profit. A thorough, well-researched, competitive price property creates urgency and attracts multiple offers, leading to a bidding war. So how do you set the right price? Well, by working with a professional real estate agent, they're going to be able to provide you with what's called a comparative market analysis, or a CMA for short. This is a thorough research document that outlines all the similar sales in the area, along with all the market statistics and data that's been happening, so you know exactly what's happening, what the market trend looks like, what's the average days on market, what's the average sale price, what's the buying power, the buying pattern of people that are looking in this area, and what's the fair market value of your home. Also, you must consider the market conditions. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Is there more demand than supply? Since knowing this will truly help you be able to price your property strategically to get the most amount of money for your home. It's proven that houses that are priced correctly from day one are going to sell faster and often for more money because they attract the right buyers quickly. The next tip on being able to sell your house for top dollar is surprisingly the curb appeal and the first impressions. First impressions truly do mean a lot when it comes to real estate, as buyers form their opinions within seconds of just walking up to the house, pulling up and looking at the property. They're going to have an eye for some of those well-maintained exterior signals that the home has been properly cared for, that it's not just a piece of junk, that there's going to be more underlying issues when they get into the house. So by having good windows, good exterior painting, good doors, soffit fascia aren't full of weeds and all that stuff, then you're making a good first impression. You can also manicure the lawn or potentially shovel your driveway, making it look a little bit more inviting, cleaning up the windows without cobwebs, and power washing the driveway, potentially trimming up the trees and bushes. These are all very cost-effective things, but the small investment in curb appeal can lead to thousands of dollars to your final sale price and truly making the buyers feel like home when they pull up to your property and come and see it for the first time. Now, when people come to your house, you want to present the property in its best light, and staging is of huge importance. And there's been lots of studies that have shown that staged properties do sell for roughly 10% more than unstaged. staged homes. And obviously this isn't applicable to all properties, since some properties are owner occupied or tenant occupied, or not an option to be able to stage the property. However, if your home is totally vacant, it is a great recommendation to stage your house so the buyers know exactly what it would feel like when they do come in and walk into the house and have that visual representation of what it's going to feel like to raise their family there or move to this new property. If your property isn't vacant and you don't need staging, then it is also a recommendation to declutter and depersonalize your house. Take away those personal family photos and just get rid of all the junk and the garbage and accessory stuff that you have there. You want to try to make the space feel as big as possible and allow buyers to be able to picture themselves moving into the house. Also, if you can have in some just modern decor and neutral colors, not pink and yellow and green walls, it's going to make the space a lot more inviting. If you are planning on staging or just decluttering and making your house a little bit more inviting, some key areas to consider are the living room, where people are going to be spending the majority of their time. So arrange the furniture to maximize the space, create an inviting flow. You're also going to want to consider the kitchen, as again, lots of people spend most of their time there cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Make sure the countertops are clean, add some fresh flowers, update the cabinet hardware if you have to. Those are super minor, small price points to pay to actually make the property more inviting. And also the bedrooms. Make sure that it's neutral, remove any excess furniture, clean it up, and make sure the bed's made when people do come and actually see the property. Now, some other things to consider are your repairs and upgrades that increase your home's value. Some key areas that add the most value are areas such as your kitchen and bathroom. These yield the most high return on your investment. Even small updates like replacing the cabinet handles and adding new backsplash can make a huge difference, or even doing the flooring or the shower faucet. Little things like that make a big difference. Adding some potential fresh paint in neutral tones can instantly refresh a home. Avoiding any of those bold colors, those big statement pieces that are very personal to your liking but not the general public. Also, by fixing any of these minor repairs prevents buyers from trying to negotiate with you and get a better deal on the house. Some must-do fixes before listing the property are leaky faucets, squeaky doors, cracked tiles. Buyers notice these details and they get turned off by them. Replacing any outdated fixtures by making it more of a modern look, and deep cleaning everything, because buyers want to feel like they're walking into a fresh, newly moved in home that isn't smelling like people have been living here for a while, or carpet stains or things all over the walls. You want to make sure that it's clean and inviting for people to come in. Oftentimes, a pre-listing inspection will help identify any of these potential red flags before buyers do, which will prevent lots of surprises. And if you do get that pre-inspection, you can also let buyers know, say, hey, these were all the things that were wrong with the place. We've done all of them. Here's all the receipts. So that way the buyers know that everything's been up to date and there's not going to be any additional negotiating factors and components down the road. When they get their home inspection, they know that they're buying the property as is with all these details in the home inspection that you've already done yourself. Now, another huge component is marketing and exposure. Marketing is one of the most crucial components, since the more eyes on your listing, the more offers that you're going to be receiving. Professional listing photos and engaging descriptions help make the property stand out more online. A strong social media presence attract more qualified buyers and people that are going to be interested in coming to see your place and ultimately bringing you good offers. Some key marketing strategies that truly work are high quality listing photos, as about 90% of the people nowadays are online. You never want to use iPhone phone pictures, blurry photos. Those are absolutely no go. Also, the virtual and online video tours are big on social media and online nowadays too, which can capture lots of out-of-town buyers who want to get a feel for the layout of the home online so they can see that video and get a good understanding. And also, being able to target social media ads will enhance your property to stand above all the other algorithms out there, so you make sure that your property gets a lot of eyeballs on it. There's a very interesting stat out there that says that homes that are marketed with video tours receive 403 more inquiries compared to homes that do not have that. And lastly, one of the key areas to ultimately get the highest price for your house is by negotiations. And this is where a true strong professional real estate agent comes into play to be able to help you get the best deal. Pricing is the only factor. There's lots of other key areas that you can negotiate, such as the terms, the closing date, the contingencies. Those all matter crucially. Multiple offers can leave you with lots of leverage by knowing how to handle the bidding war situation and how to ultimately get the highest price. It leads you with a lot of key benefits. An experienced real estate agent will be able to help you you negotiate very aggressively and ultimately help you protect your interest and get you the best deal. Just some simple tips to negotiate effectively is I would never accept the first offer that comes into play by only looking at the price. You must look at all the terms carefully and knowing exactly what you're signing. You want to try to leverage as much interest as you can to ultimately lead you to the highest sale price. And then also try to be flexible with the possession date if it does benefit the deal. Sometimes too, the highest offer is not always the best offer. You must choose the offer that has the strongest financing and condition as well, possession date and terms that work in your favor. So making sure that you review all the offers that you do get and choosing the best one that works with you and negotiating to the best of your abilities to get the highest price and terms that work for you again, then those are ultimately going to lead you to the best closing possible. Selling for top dollar doesn't happen by chance. It's a strategy, and if you need any expert advice on pricing, staging, marketing, and negotiating at all, I'd be more than happy to help you strategize as to how you can get the best price for your house. Feel free to reach out to me, no pressure obligation at all. My contact details are in the description below, along with all my free resources to my website. I'd be more than happy to connect with you and help you achieve your real estate goals.